Pick your hero,
battle it out,
and beat the boss.
5-minute dungeon.
All right, welcome back to the Board Game Closet. My name's Jimmy.
I'm Rod.
And today we're doing a video review of 5-Minute Dungeon. I want to ask you right up front, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, click the button and subscribe, and we'll bring you video reviews, and we'll tell you, with our own rating system, should you buy it, play it, or hate it. Green means go buy this game and add it to your collection. White means maybe you wouldn't buy it, but you'd play somebody else's copy. And then red means you wouldn't buy it and you wouldn't play it because you hate it.
Hate it.
So we are going to tell you right up front what we think about this game. We're going to give you our die rating, and then we'll spend the rest of the video telling you why we gave it that rating. So 5-Minute Dungeon gets from us.
All right.
I'm totally cheating. Nope. And 2 whites.
2 whites. That's interesting. Okay.
So we both think that we would play it, but not necessarily buy it.
Right, and since my son already bought it,
you're golden.
We're all good.
All right, so let's talk about the game, and then as we go along, we'll kind of tell you why we would just buy it play it instead of buying it.
Exactly.
So, okay, at the beginning of the game, you can play 2 to 5 people in this game. And so each person is going to pick a character, and you get a deck of cards that goes along with that character. And that character also has a special ability. So, like, who do you have?
I have the ninja, and it has so you can vault, so you get to discard 3 cards to defeat an obstacle.
To defeat an obstacle. I've got the paladin, and I can discard 3 cards to defeat a monster. So what are you talking about? What are we talking about here? This game is called 5-Minute Dungeon, and does it play in 5 minutes?
No, but probably really close.
Really close. So you have to download an app to play this game. And so they've got an app, and it's kind of cool that they've got like 6 different voices that you can use in the game. And so you can start and stop it. And the voices lead you through the game, kind of like One Night Ultimate Werewolf or something like that. So you start the game and it says go, and you have 5 minutes to defeat a level of dungeon. So in theory, you could play just one level and just be 5 minutes.
Right.
And so how does that work? So you have these cards depending on the level that you're in, and you're going to stack those cards up there. And then they have these encounter cards, and depending on how difficult you want it to be, you can shuffle these cards into this dungeon, and then these are going to be things that you encounter along the way. And it's real simple. You just flip over a card, and then it tells you what symbols you need in order to beat this thing. So there are obstacles in the game, there are monsters in the game, mini bosses, events in the game, people or a person that you can have to defeat, things like that. And so you flip over the card and it tells you the symbols that you need. So each person draws up to 5 cards in their hand. I think it was 5.
3 cards, right?
3 cards?
Yep.
3 cards in your hand, and then on your turn you get to play those cards. So like we need 2 purple men and an arrow. I don't have either one of those.
Yeah, I only have the sword, which is the attack.
Yeah.
We'd be in a lot of trouble already.
And so you just simply play cards from your hand that match the symbols that are out there. There are other things that you could play, like your special ability with the thief was that you could get over obstacles, right?
Right.
And so you could discard those 3 cards that you had, and then we would instantly beat that one, and then you would flip over the next one. Another event card that you could turn over is passing your cards. Right. So you don't even get to keep all your cards. You might have to pass your whole hand to the next player, and then now you get a deck of cards, and now you're having to play, or a hand of cards that you have to play.
Right.
There's all different kinds of things that you're going to encounter like that, and really the coolest part to me is how all of these players interact with each other.
Right, and then there's also the fact that every character has special abilities, but there's more than just the, what is it, 6, 5?
I have 5.
5, there's 10 actually, because on each side they're different characters.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I didn't even know
this
that.
one you have the ninja and you've got the thief. So and each one of them has different abilities. Mm-hmm. So there's a wide variety of, I guess, of teams to put together. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and so like the ranger here defeats a person, the barbarian defeats a monster, the paladin defeats a monster.
The pickpocket, the thief gets to do a pickpocket, discard 3 cards, draw 5.
5 cards.
So your hand goes up to 5 at that time. So that's pretty neat.
And then the wizard, probably the most important one.
Stop time.
You get to stop time. In a game that is all about time, that's chaotic and fast, being able to stop time. lets everybody kind of breathe,
Exactly.
talk through a strategy, and then start again.
This is one of those games that, like you're just saying, when you're talking about the Fast and Furious type thing where things are happening left and right, you just think you have a plan with your 3 cards and someone blows up the whole plan by doing something else where you have to drop your cards out and stuff. So it's really chaotic when you're playing.
Which is part of the reason why I gave it a white. Is this is a game that I would like to play sometimes, but I don't know if I necessarily want to play this style all the time, where I'm just constantly running. And this game also lends itself to whoever is probably the loudest at the time. You know, whoever's kind of running the table, and then. And because you're looking for certain symbols, we did a whole lot of, we need a shield. I got a shield. Oh, you played a shield.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a sword. You played a sword. You know, we did a whole lot of that back and forth. And so that was kind of a few of the reasons why I gave it a white.
The same here. I mean, because the thing is with the game is that it's got the theme of being like a dungeon, but it's a card game. You know, basically
of symbols.
It's got some changes in it and stuff, and some different things, and some neat things that are in it. But again, it's just a card game. So, but I do have to admit, this is a really good game if you're gonna play like maybe at the beginning of a gaming day, or maybe even at the end. One way or the other. Because if it plays at the beginning, it's going to get everybody up and going for the next game. You know, because there's not a lot of thought to it. Really, there's very little strategy and stuff. But, you know, all in all, when I look at like the artwork is really good.
Yeah, it's really cool.
The card stock's really good for these characters. It's silly type of artwork, and it's cartoony. got like for instance, the baby barbarian's your first guy, and he's a baby barbarian.
It's a baby barbarian.
So you know that's pretty hilarious. And they've just got other ones that are the Grim Reaper and so on. They're pretty funny. What's that, Grime Reaper or Grim Reaper?
Grime Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, but if you're interested in that, if you like the fast-paced stuff, I mean, even though the theme is art deep, it's just the artwork, but at the same time, you know, there is interaction between these two, and you could learn, I bet, if you played this game a lot, which characters you want to be and which ones work the best together. You know, we got to have the wizard with the paladin, or the ranger and the ninja.
And of course, for the younger people playing, it's a great game. You know, the whole family can play this game.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Really neat too.
Yeah, because all you're looking for is symbols. Yeah, so
exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Overall, the price point is super cheap, right?
Yeah.
Like $20 full price.
And that was at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah,
you know?
full price. $20.
So that was nothing.
Yeah, so I think that's cool. You get 5 decks of cards, 6 decks if you count the dungeon cards. I mean, so there's a good bit of value, I think, for $20. Plus all of the app and all the voices and stuff.
Yeah, high replayability. So I think it's good.
Yeah, there you go. So play it. It's a play it, right?
Yeah, it's a play it.
It's a play
Let your kid buy it, or get it for your kid for Christmas.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we got a lot more video reviews on our website, BoardGameCloset.com. We've got a podcast. There's a lot that we offer, Instagram, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. And as always,
support your local hobby shops.
Do it.
There.